Chapter 4. Every inch of Rachel's body quivered as she whispered, "You. I lost you. But you didn't want me." "I did. I wanted you to stay." "You know I couldn't." "Couldn't you?" The elevator chimed as the door slid open. She ducked under his arm and jumped into the hallway. When she turned, he was right behind her. She retreated until her back hit the wall. With nowhere to go, she gathered up what little courage she had left. "You should go." When he didn't immediately respond, butterflies beat furiously in her belly. His eyes glimmered with unspoken desire. His breath came fast and hard, with just a hint of alcohol, close enough to see the wash of stubble on his cheeks. She flicked her tongue out to wet her lips and, in doing so, made a huge mistake. In an instant, Brady wrapped his arms around her waist and pulled her to him. His lips lashed across hers in a demanding kiss that stole her breath. Even if she'd wanted to fight him, she couldn't. She knew, without a doubt, that she'd awaken the beast lurking inside him. His bear. His tongue slid between hers, eliciting a gasp from deep within her chest. All thoughts of fighting him vanished as he claimed her mouth. She wrapped her arms around his neck and drew him down to deepen the kiss. It had been so long since she'd kissed someone that the overwhelming rush of pleasure made her half faint with want and need. He broke away long enough to gasp, "Which room? 215? He scooped her into his arms as if she were lighter than a feather. When they reached the door, she yanked the keycards out of her jeans and jammed it into the lock. The second it clicked open, he kicked the door with his boot. He carried her inside and kicked the door closed behind him. She couldn't look at anything but the twin, dark pools of desire in his eyes. The pure, masculine scent of erotic need rolled off of him in waves. She inhaled deeply, drawing in his essence. After setting her down, he cupped her face with his palms. "If you want me to stop..." She shook her head, unable to make her lips move. This was crazy, but she couldn't think about the consequences now. She needed him, wanted him, and wouldn't stop until she had him. He pulled at the front of her jacket, quickly unbuttoning as he went. When he flicked the outer flap open, he groaned. "Damn zippers." She smiled and laced her fingers through his luxurious hair. "It keeps me extra warm." As he pushed the coat off of her shoulders, she wriggled out of it. His hands flew to the hem of her long-sleeved shirt. With a tug, he pulled it up and over her head. She wanted him just as naked, so she unzipped his jacket and yanked it off. After making quick work of the buttons on his shirt, she smoothed her hands between the open edges and caressed it off of his broad shoulders. He stilled. His hands rested at her waist for a second while he gazed down at her with pure, animalistic intent. The smooth skin on his biceps glided under her fingertips. When he shivered, she smiled. She remembered every inch of his body and what he liked. And so did he. His lips fell to capture her sensitive earlobe in a firm kiss that had her melting into him. She gasped, "Brady." "Oh, God." His hands roamed across her back, stopping only to unhook her bra. The sensible cotton garment fell to the floor. If she'd had any idea she'd be naked in his arms, she would have worn lace, but after the way he'd greeted her at the ranch, she had absolutely no expectation of ending up in bed with him. A flash of rational thought broke through the hazy lust, but vanished the second his warm hands closed over her breasts. She tossed her head back and moaned. He walked her backwards until her knees hit the bed. They fell onto the squeaking mattress together in a tangle of limbs. He pinned her hands over her head and murmured, "Let me look at you."